Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So the crypto market today, guys, up around 512.6 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 62% up here. And we can see that prices are pretty much in the green for the last 24 hours. Bitcoin trading at about 17,100. Ethereum over $500 at 518. And XRP trading at about 56 cents, 0.562. So everything is up in the last 24 hours, or most things are at least. In the last 7 days, XRP a whopping 71.3% in the green. So if I bring up the chart here, guys, I got Bitcoin on the hourly. We can see not too much movement in the space. It is a Saturday today. Not that that really matters in the crypto space. Bitcoin did see a decline and is just kind of hovering in this level of support right now on the hourly. Let's bring up XRP on the hourly as well, and XRP actually doing the same thing, but this level of support here, this formation that XRP is making, you guys can see higher lows down here. Whoops, let me pick up the paintbrush. Higher lows, okay, but not higher highs, so we'll see how that forms. It is creating a bearish pennant, so that is a signal that we could still see some declines, not just for XRP, but for the rest of the crypto space as well, I'm sure. Bitcoin, already came down quite heavily, and you guys can see here, there is a pennant formation as well, a bearish pennant. So, gonna keep an eye on that, but the entire crypto market is still rearing and ready to go. The story there is very, very positive, and so I have a feeling that even if we do see more of a retracement, it won't matter in the grand scheme of things, because ultimately we are in a bull run. And if I bring up Bitcoin here on the daily, you guys can see we have made significant gains since March, okay? After the economy was shut down, everything tanked, including stocks. We have seen significant gains since then, and so this little correction here, just a little blip on the chart, guys, and the same goes for XRP, okay? We saw enormous gains for XRP, and so even if we see a correction now, even back down to this level of support here, 40 to 50 cents, it's okay, because it's still higher highs, higher lows, so long as we don't go below this level of resistance, linger there for a while, and continue moving down to break these levels of resistance. I don't think that's in the cards for XRP. Here's a story that came out yesterday that I think is going to explain the kind of cryptocurrency environment we're in today. Hodl or spend, retailers offer Black Friday deals for those who are paying with cryptocurrency. So as crypto enters the mainstream, major retailers are offering discounts and promotions to get customers to pay using cryptocurrency. And they talk about the adoption. They talk about PayPal. They talk about more people coming into the game. According to a new report from Forrester, the blockchain payment service provider BitPay, cryptocurrency adopters tend to spend more than other consumers based on interviews with BitPay merchants. The reports noted that cryptocurrency users have an average order value of $450 compared to $200 for non-cryptocurrency users. So, Merrick Theobald, vice president of marketing for BitPay, told Cointelegraph that oftentimes when the price of Bitcoin increases, there is also an increase in payment transactions. Coupled with the holiday spending and specific deals for the crypto community, we do anticipate Black Friday and even Cyber Monday to be big shopping days for spending digital currencies like Bitcoin. So this is great too, because the economy needs a bit of a boost, and if they are offering more deals for cryptocurrency holders, this is going to help stimulate the economy, I suppose, a little bit. This is the perfect time too, because people can pay with their PayPal accounts that are now crypto integrated. But most importantly, just step back from this story for a second. Bring yourself back 365 days to Black Friday 2019. And think to yourself, actually it'd be 366 days because this was a leap year, but think to yourself, would you have thought that the economy would come this far ahead with regards to being able to pay with your cryptocurrency in this kind of setting 1 year from now? I think a lot of us would have thought that we were still so far away with the crypto adoption, but this is just it. It is coming fast and furiously. This retracement is just that, just a retracement on the charts. I would not be worried about this whatsoever. Meanwhile, this from Ian Northing, U.S. Director of National Intelligence urges the SEC to support Bitcoin and crypto companies. So this from the Daily Hodl. John Radcliffe, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, has reportedly penned a letter to the SEC expressing concern about China's control over Bitcoin and crypto. So he targets China here specifically. The Washington Examiner reports that Radcliffe wrote SEC Chairman Jay Clayton this month with concerns about China's dominance over the world's cryptocurrency mining sector, as well as the Chinese government's plans to establish a state-controlled digital currency. Radcliffe reportedly wants the SEC to implement a regulatory framework to make it easier for U.S.-owned cryptocurrency companies to operate and compete with Chinese firms. So we're getting it from John Radcliffe, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence. Of course, this is not just an economic matter. This extends to more than that because money, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, is the lifeblood in a lot of ways of our society. And it looks like Radcliffe is suggesting that the U.S. needs a blood transfusion. So Radcliffe attached a 2018 letter from U.S. Senator Tom Cotton urging the SEC to adopt clearer digital currency regulations. I'll leave the article in the description, guys. I think you get the gist of it. Now the U.S. Director of National Intelligence is getting in on what they think the SEC should do in order to ramp up cryptocurrency adoption in the United States. Gotta thank Ian Northing for pointing that out. There was also this tweet here, guys, from Martin Vol. Chinese police seize 1% of Bitcoin's total supply. So speaking of China and controlling Bitcoin, they have just seized 1%, which is a huge amount of Bitcoin's total supply. So that is about 194,744 Bitcoin, a total of 1% of Bitcoin total supply over the Plus token Ponzi scheme. So in addition, not only have they confiscated that Bitcoin, they've also seized about 830,000 Ethereum, 1.4 million Litecoin, 27 million EOS, 74,000 Dash, 487 million XRP, 6 billion Dogecoin, 79,000 BCH, and 213,000 USDT. So this has to do with the Plus token Ponzi scheme, of course. The scheme advertised a non-existent crypto trading platform and promised users attractive payouts in exchange for deposits of at least $500 worth of crypto assets. Not only did the scheme rake in 1% of the total Bitcoin supply, but also 0.73% of the total Ethereum supply and 5% of the total Doge supply in circulation as well. I could only imagine the Chinese government, reselling this seized cryptocurrency on the open market and making a ton of money. You remember yesterday when I showed you that clip of Brad Garlinghouse on Anthony Pompliano's podcast? I think I gotta play it again for you in case you missed it. It is just hilarious. Look at Brad's expression.
Okay, well, let me ask two questions.
Okay.
Do you think the Chinese Communist Party could, if they wanted to, control those 4 miners?
No.
This is just great. I mean, I've seen this probably about a dozen times now, and it never gets old. This from Stephen Bull Dieppe on Twitter. Gotta thank him for posting that. I posted it in yesterday's video, and I thought I'd do it again. Okay, let's keep moving on, though. This from Mac Attack XRP. Ripple-friendly Siam Commercial Bank collaborates with top Singapore blockchain remittance firm. So, Siam Bank, we know, is a Ripple partner, and Newswire has published a press release stating that the two financial companies based in Singapore, LightNet Group and Siam Bank, have joined forces in a partnership to improve LightNet's remittance service. So specifically looking at remittances, and we know that's what Ripple specializes in, so likely we'll be leveraging XRP via ODL for that purpose. Siam Bank is a RippleNet partner. Singapore-based fintech LightNet has revealed its partnership with RippleNet member Siam Bank, one of the country's largest banks. As the press release has it, this partnership will enable the bank's customers to access the bank's remittance services from any Thai bank, as well as from PromptPay. This is a state-sponsored platform that powers SCB's cash wires between banks. So Siam Bank adding another partner on their list, specifically with regards to cross-border remittances. So through Siam's partnership with LightNet, we could see some more ODL volume through there. Gotta thank Mac Attack XRP for posting that. Want to keep moving along, though. This from DJ Peter Vass, and I saw this yesterday, but I didn't really have time to talk about it. It didn't really fit into any of my videos yesterday. But this has to do with Facebook, and it looks like they are finally launching the Libra cryptocurrency in January 2021. Now, I have a feeling this is a time-sensitive issue for them at this point. Now we've seen PayPal obviously open up cryptocurrency to the world, well, to the United States first, but it will be opened up to the world very soon. And I feel like Facebook probably realizes that they have to get on with the game, even if they can't roll out Libra in the exact way they want to. So let me read you this. So they're planning on launching January 2021. That's in 2 months, guys. After facing mistrust globally and soaking for months, The cryptocurrency Libra may be launched in January 2021. According to sources in the financial newspaper Financial Times, Facebook and its partners plan to launch the digital currency early next year, but in a different way than initially planned. And so what is that different way? The information obtained by the publication indicates that the project will not be launched as a global currency with its own blockchain. After suffering pressure from financial authorities, the Libra Association, responsible for the project, adapted the cryptocurrency to a new format in order to facilitate the launch. So it looks as though it will be launched as a stable coin, a stable currency, which will have its value balanced by the dollar. Then during the coming months of the year, the consortium will launch other versions of the token, which will individually follow the value of the euro and other currencies. So essentially a redundant coin, it sounds like. Libra is going to basically be pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar. And then it sounds like they're going to roll out other versions of it, one that will be pegged to the euro, so on and so forth. With this launch, the Libra Association should be able to put its digital currency to work in apps like Facebook and WhatsApp. And I think that that is ultimately the main goal here. You know, with PayPal doing their thing, Facebook doesn't want to be left behind. So they need some type of cryptocurrency, some type of new solution for payments for Facebook and WhatsApp and all their other social media platforms that they own. You can't be left behind, right? If the other guys are doing it, you've got to do it too. And, maybe it's not the way you envisioned it, but at least it's getting cryptocurrency to the masses. And this would promote more adoption, of course. And as the adoption grows, we're just going to see cryptocurrencies like XRP continue to rise as well. That is my thought, because the more popular cryptocurrency is, the more money is going to get pumped into it in every different facet of the market. And so, right, if we look at the market cap here, right now it's only at about $500 billion. And, we could realistically see this number grow to $1 trillion, over $1 trillion in the coming 12 months, depending on how the world receives cryptocurrencies, how they become implemented, how interest is perceived, and of course, institutional money coming in as well, which we know is already going to happen. So all these things bode well for XRP price, Bitcoin price, basically the entire cryptocurrency market. And so this is just another step in the right direction for cryptocurrency adoption particularly. And I'm kind of glad Libra's actually scaling back. I don't think that we needed Facebook to get involved with their own thing just because they have such a monopoly on social media as it is. I think it could have been negative for society, let's just call it that, had they had a stronghold on the cryptocurrency environment with regards to commerce through social media platforms. But anyway, not going to get into that too much. Wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass for posting that. And did you see this, guys? This from Crypto Eddie. Please note, Form SC13DA was filed by Ripple Labs Inc. And you know what this means? Ripple is selling part of their MoneyGram shares. Now, before you get worried, let's go over this and let's talk about why they could be doing it. So this from Martin Volk, an article from CoinDesk just regarding the same story. So Ripple is cashing out 1/3 of its stake in surging MoneyGram. Blockchain payments firm Ripple is selling roughly 1/3 of its stake in MoneyGram in its first such sale of company stock since the startup invested in the remittance giant in 2019. According to the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission filing on Friday, Ripple owned 6.22 million shares of MoneyGram, or 8.6% of shares outstanding, plus a warrant to buy up to 5.95 million shares for a total equity position of 12.2 million shares, or 17% of MoneyGram's shares outstanding. Ripple is now selling up to 4 million shares, or approximately 33.3% of its entire stake, if you count the shares represented by the warrant. After the sale, Ripple will still own at least 3.22 million shares, or 4.44% of MoneyGram, when including the additional shares represented by the warrant, which gives Ripple the right to execute a stock buy at a predetermined price. The blockchain payments firm will still own about 11% of MoneyGram. So that is the key factor to note here. Also note that this filing happened on Friday, which was yesterday. So we know the stock market is closed over the weekend. And let me just bring MGI up here. This is MoneyGram stock on the daily. So we can see that it surged, okay? I've got all this scribbling on the charts. Let me just remove all that. We can see MoneyGram has reached a significant level here, a huge pump since the collapse of the economy back in March. And so let me just bring up the percentage tool, the price tool here. So how much did it go up? It went up almost 700%, 677%. And right now, even from March, it's up about 550%, 546. So that's a significant gain. Now let's go back to what Ripple bought it for. I believe it was $4 and change, if I'm not mistaken. Right, they bought MoneyGram at a price of $4.10, a significant premium to the price at the time. Now, again, this was announced, the partnership was announced back in June 2019, so let's just go back there. And in June 2019, right before MoneyGram took off, so the announcement was made like here, and then the very next day, shares just pumped huge. So Ripple was doing the deal with MoneyGram when MoneyGram shares were just over $1, okay, somewhere down and around here, this price range, and they paid $4.10. So right around here, $4.10 per share. So you got to think to yourself, they paid a premium. They were up on their money for a bit, but most of 2020, well, the end part of 2019, and for the majority of 2020, they were underwater on their shares. It wasn't until October that they were even. The price of MoneyGram has surged since then, and now they're selling. So what does this say to you? Does it say that Ripple is losing confidence in their partnership? To me, it doesn't say that at all. They're profitable on their shares. They're going to take some profits off the table, of course, and reinvest later. So it's saying they have the option to buy back at a predetermined price. Now, whether MoneyGram stock should be up here or not, I think that this maybe could be oversold over some news that MoneyGram released during quarters 2 and 3. So maybe that's what Ripple thinks also. Maybe they think, you know what, let's get out while they're at a premium. And notice they mentioned this on Friday before the market was going to close so that people weren't going to sell off. I wouldn't be surprised if the price of MoneyGram plummeted from here, obviously based on this news. Now, what are some other people saying in the crypto space? Well, we've got Sam I Am at Ham Eggs and Sam on Twitter. So they're taking some profit on their gains, but seems they have an option to buy more down the road after a market crash and own up to 11% instead of the 4% they'll own after this sale. Interesting. And Dictator Know-It-All says smart cookies. The XRP bully down here saying, from what I've read, these filings are just amendments to the original Ripple Labs Inc. filing that occurred in June 2019. Nothing here suggests Ripple is buying or selling anything related to MoneyGram. That was my takeaway, at least. And then Did Due Diligence here on Twitter says they are indeed selling. Here is a statement to that. Ripple is a proud partner of MoneyGram's digital growing transformation. This is purely a judicial financial decision to realize some gains on Ripple's MGI, MoneyGram International Investment, and is in no way a reflection of the current state of our partnership. So, of course, exactly what we've been talking about. We will remain a significant shareholder in MoneyGram following the sale. They are clearly a leader in the global payment space in over 200 countries and territories. In just over a year, we've made incredible progress and look forward to continuing to work alongside MoneyGram to transform cross-border payments. So that coming from a Ripple spokesperson. Let's face it, guys, Ripple is a company just like any other company, and profits are their bottom line. They are now profitable from their MoneyGram stock, and they have the option to buy back at a predetermined price. Now, does this worry some of you guys holding MoneyGram stock at the moment, that the price is going to plummet on Monday morning? Do you think this is ultimately good for MoneyGram? Do you think it's good for Ripple? And if the market plummets, if MoneyGram stock plummets, are you going to buy more? I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.